our YouTube channel, which is Study with Mahi. Friends, today I'm here with a new topic, which is motion and time. Friends, today we are going to study about motion and time. I hope you will like our video, so don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Study with Mahi. So without wasting much time, let's start our topic. So firstly, friends, what is in our topic? Motion and time. Motion and time. In class 6, you learned about different type of motion. You learned that a motion could be along a straight line. It could be a circular or periodic. This book writer is saying to us, in class 6 you have learned about many motions. Some of them motions have circular motion, and some of them have straight line along straight line motion, which are straight. Okay, so here is the table which we have to complete. There are some example, and we have to write which type of motion are these. You have to do this your own self. And so okay, now we have the first point, slow or fast. What is it? Slow or fast. We know that some vehicles move faster than others. Even the same vehicle may move faster or slower at different times. Make a list of 10 objects moving along a straight path. Group the motion of these subjects as slow and fast. How did you decide which object is moving slow and which one is moving fast? Here we have there's some object which move fast and some object move slow. And so here the writer says us, how could you find, how the book say us, how could you find which one object is moving fast and which one object is moving slow? For this, friend, we have a technique. We have a technique which is we can use, like I will explain you with an example. Wait a minute. Here is my notebook. Okay, think. This is a road. This is a road. I'm only say to think. Not say note this is a road. Only think this is a road. Okay, here is your friend and here is you. Your friend and you. Okay, so there is a car race starts. There is 3 cars. We have 2 cars. There is 2 cars. You and your friend have a timer. What your friend have? Timer. And this complete road is of 5 kilometers. How much? 5 kilometers. So the race starts, and this one vehicle goes and get finished the race first, and this one came second. So this one came first and this one came second. This one covered the 5 kilometers in 10 minutes, and this one covered in 15 minutes. Okay, so now we have to find the speed of the first one vehicle. So we have the same distance upon time. Distance upon time. So it will be 1 upon 2. What is the speed of first one vehicle? 1 upon 2. And the second one vehicle speed is 1 upon 3. What is the second one vehicle? 1 upon 3. So as we can say, the distance covered by the vehicle in same time. The distance covered by the vehicle in same time. With this, we can classify the object is moving slow or the object is moving fast. Okay, we have covered this one portion. Now we have speed. You are probably familiar with the word speed. This one is saying us, you are probably familiar with the speed. A higher example, in the example given above, a higher speed seems to indicate that a given distance has been covered in a short time, or a larger distance covered in a given time. What is speed? So firstly we study about speed. Here the book says us, we have study. This is activity which you have to study. I have not studied, but I am telling you main points which completely clear your all doubts. So okay, what is speed? So we call the distance, covered in a unit of time. The distance covered in a unit of time is called speed. The distance covered in a unit of time is called speed. That we do in our last example. Okay, so we have complete speed, and it's saying when an object complete the distance in a small time, in a short time. When an object covers the given distance in a short time, the object will be called fast. And when the object will covers the same distance in the given distance in a long time, so it will call slow. Okay, so we have covered speed and how we can say the object is fast, or how we can say the object is slow. Next friends, we have to find out the here we have a formula to find out about distance. Friends, I will show you a simple example to learn all formulas of distance, to find distance, to find speed, and to find time. So firstly friend, you have to draw this type of triangle and convert in 3 parts. Okay, so right here distance, this one speed, and this one time. This is the main graph by which you can learn all formulas to find distance, to find speed, and to find time. So if we have to find speed, if we have think there is distance, there is speed, and there is time. If we have no speed, so we have to find speed. So what will the formula? Distance upon time. What will it? Distance upon time. So next friends, if we have to find time, so what will be it? Distance upon speed. Distance upon speed. And if we have to find distance, so what will it? Speed into distance. Speed into distance means speed multi time. Speed multi time. When we have to find the distance, I will write here formula of speed distance upon time, and of time distance upon speed. And if we have to find distance, so what we will have? Speed into time. Friends, we have covered the all three formulas which are compulsory to find, which are used to find speed, time, and distance. Now friends, we have covered this one. Now we have this one blue portion, which is very important. Non-uniform and uniform motion. Non-uniform motion and uniform motion. So friends, we are going to study about non-uniform and uniform motion. Firstly, tell me what is uniform motion. The motion which object. See, object which always do the same thing. Always in complete lifetime. it will call uniform motion. As we have an example of earth. We have an example of earth. We have here earth. Which always, here we have sun. The earth always revolve around the sun. The earth always rotate around the sun. The earth always rotate around the sun, and there is only uniform motion. As we can say, uniform motion is only performed in some big things or big objects like earth, sun, moon, mercury. These have performed uniform motion. I think you have learned. Okay, so now next one we have non-uniform motion. In non-uniform motion, as we are like, if when we walk, our hand not being same way. Sometimes we do like this, and sometimes we do like this, and we do many activities when we walk. We change our position of hands when we walk. Okay, so we have covered what is non-uniform motion. Okay, I will explain you in some. I explain you in some detail line. Okay, in everyday life we solved some find object moving with the constant speed over long distance for a long duration of time. If the speed of an object moving along a straight line keeps changing its motion, is said to be non-uniform motion. If an object is moving on a straight line and change its motion, when object move on a straight line along a straight line and change its motion, so it will be non-uniform. And on the other hand, an object moving along the straight line with the constant speed, when an object move around something with the constant speed, so it will call uniform motion. So it will call uniform motion. Friends, we have covered this. Now we have measuring measurement of time. What we have? Measurement of time. We are going to study about measurement of time. How the time measured in early periods. How the time measured in early periods. As you know, early time there was no clock. In early time there was no clock. So how the earlier people find out about time? They find out about time with nature. They find out about time and they read time with nature. And ancients noticed that many events in nature repeat themselves after definite interval of time. For example, they found that the sun rises every day in the morning, and the time between one sunrise and the next was called a day. From a time from one sunrise to the next sunrise is called one day. And after some time there will be some clocks like this type of clocks, which are called wall clocks or pendulum clocks. The working of clock is rather complex, but all of them make use some periodic motion. One of the most well-known periodic motion is that a simple pendulum. What is called simple pendulum? Some clocks do periodic motion. What is periodic motion? In which object see, there is an object. There is 3 points. Firstly, the object comes here, then go here, then here. Again, this is repeated by the object is called periodic motion, like this. When soldier do march, they do like this. Okay, because their hand are like this. Okay, so we have So we will study about pendulum. What is pendulum? And here we have a pendulum. A simple pendulum consists of a small metallic ball or a piece of stone suspended from a rigid stand by a thread. What is a simple pendulum? Simple pendulum have a simply a thread which have a simple metallic ball, and the metallic ball called bob, and this one metallic ball is called bob, which this ball called bob. And this one is a simple pendulum in which there is a string and there is a bob. This and there is a pipe, as we can say a piece of wood, and we can say anything. We are taking it as a piece of iron or a rod. There is a rod and there is a thread and there is a bob, and this is called a simple pendulum. This is called a simple pendulum. As I say you, what is periodic motion? When an object come from A to B and B to C, and then again B to C and C to A. This is called a periodic motion, and the time which take one oscillation, and this motion is when the object comes from this to this is called one oscillation. One oscillation when it comes from here to here, and then here to here, and then here to again C and C to A. When one time completed, so it called one oscillation, and the time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period, and the time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period. So now friends, we are going to study about unit of time and speed. What is the unit of time? Second is the unit of time. What is the unit of time? Second is the unit of time. Its symbol is a larger unit of time are minute, and the smallest unit of time is second, and the larger unit of time is minute. And as we study, we have completed what is the smallest unit of time? Speed. And which is the largest unit of time? Minute. And then other one larger? Hour. Okay, so now we will study about unit of speed. Okay, what is the unit of speed? Since the speed is distance upon time, as we study distance upon time, the basic unit of speed is meter per second. So the basic unit of speed is meter per second, and the larger unit is kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour and meter per minute. Okay, we have to meter per minute and kilometer per hour and meter per second. Next we have, you must remember that the symbol of all units are written in singular. All symbol of units are written in singulars, like for second we write S, for meter we write M, and for kilometer we write K and M, and for minute we write MIN, and for hour we write H. Okay, so now we have measuring speed. But we have measuring speed. Having learned how to measure speed and distance, so mainly friends, there is a I tell you in shortly, it's too much large. And friends, there is something for you, and this is a sundial, which is in here is Delhi, but it's but is it in Jaipur? Sundial at Jantar Mantar. Sundial at Jantar Mantar. This sundial is used to measure time. This sundial is used to measure time or study time. And sand clocks are also used, and water clocks are also used to measure time. Okay, so I tell you, but I was telling you how we measure the speed in simplest form. Friends, if you see in a vehicle, we have example of car. you see there is 2 meters in cars. There are 2 meters in cars. One of them is speedometer. One of them is speedometer, which measures speed. Which measures speed. When the vehicle get on 50 speed, and the needle will be on 50. And when the vehicle gets speed of 120, the needle will be on 120. And as we can say, the instrument used to measure speed is called speedometer. The instrument used to measure speed is called speedometer. Now next friends, there are 2 meters. One of them is speedometer and second of them is odometer. Second of them is odometer. So what is odometer? A meter which read the distance. A meter which read the distance which we covered in which is covered by the object. Odometer measure the distance covered by the object. Odometer measure the distance covered by the object. We have covered. There is last point, which is distance time graph. We have learned there is many graphs. One of them is bar graph, pie graph, and the third one is time graph, which is used to represent distance and time. You can see this is an example of distance time graph. Friends, there is only some important there is some points about distance time graph. You can read. The video will be get too much longer, so I can't do this in this video, but we have covered the mainly things of our chapter. I hope you will like our video, so don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. So bye bye friends. Have you seen next video, and have a good